Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors blew out the Los Angeles Lakers in Game 2 of their must-watch series in the Western Conference semis. Now here with us to break down the Dubs, big win, and the upcoming games this week is our basketball analyst and good friend, Coach Mark Molina.
Hi, Coach.
Coach, okay, the game was really good at the start, actually. At one point, 40-40 pa yun. What happened from then on as now the Dubs have tied the series?
Well, LeBron had a fantastic start in the first quarter for the Lakers, and that made them they were able to keep in step with the Warriors. But in the second quarters, second to fourth quarters, I think the Warriors, they did not play Looney and Green together in this game, so they had four shooters pretty much the whole game together. And I think this created a lot of problems for the Lakers because of the spacing that it provides. And AD struggled. Because when you have a smaller lineup with shooters, with only one center, in either Looney or Green, the answer for the Lakers is you have to go inside and let them pay for that small lineup that they had. But AD struggled in this game, and that's why it became a blowout.
So for this series, Coach, the trend has been so far, if AD doesn't play well, the Lakers lose. If he plays well, the Lakers win. He seems like the barometer for this series. Do you think it's going to be the same all throughout, or do you think there are going to be adjustments on the side of the Lakers? Are they going to go to him more to start off the game, Coach?
They should, but you're right. Because if AD is in his A game, I don't think there's anybody in that Golden State lineup who can really match up with AD. Game 1, it was a 30 points, 23 rebound game for AD. That's the AD that they need. I don't know if he can do that every game.
Yeah,
but the Lakers need him to do that for 3 more games at least so that they can win this series. Because if AD is not that aggressive, it will take a lot from the Lakers.
You and I, Jago, were talking about this the other day, right? Like, the Lakers won game number 1. That game was slow.
Right, the
pace was slow. It was more inside, and that's obviously on the side of the Lakers. And then today it became a shootout, especially from that point on, and that favors the Warriors. LeBron versus Steph, but we're talking about AD in Game 1, and today, Klay Thompson. Your thoughts on his game today? They needed him because sinisikipan nila at talagang binabantayan si Steph in this
Klay
series.
needed that game because he is not having a very good playoff so far. But in game number 2, the Lakers' defense on Steph, it was more aggressive. They were double teaming him in pick and roll situations, and even off handoffs, a lot of double teaming on Steph. That's why he had, I think, 10 assists in today's game. Those are
He
not
did,
really.
yes.
I mean, Steph averages about 5-6 assists a game, but not 10. But it was the Lakers' defense made Steph change his game. He became more of a passer today. And luckily for the Warriors, their shooters delivered. JaMychal Green hit a couple of threes early as well.
He started, right?
Started
for
it.
Looney,
And I think that was adjustment because of that
Nagkasakit,
sickness.
yeah.
Pero napaganda.
Yeah.
And I think they will go with this starting lineup pretty much the rest of the series because Steve Kerr likes to do that. But of course, the biggest story of the game was Klay Thompson with the focus of the defense being on Steph Curry. It allowed Klay to shine. And he was due for a good game, and he produced today.
And Coach, you mentioned the Lakers defense. I think Vanderbilt is doing a very great job on Steph Curry. I think the length is
bothering him,
Steph Curry. But do you think Steph should handle the ball more, or do they continue Steph going off staggered screens, off-ball screens? Because it seems like the Lakers are actually doing a pretty good job with those kinds of actions.
It's going to be a little bit of everything, as always, for the Warriors. You expect Draymond to be in a point forward role as well, with the dribble handoff plays that he has with Steph Curry. You would also see, of course, Steph in high pick and roll situations, which he does a lot. So it's going to be a little bit of everything here for Curry. You cannot just make him a ball handler because he's terrific off the ball, and he's also good with the ball. So it should be a healthy distribution.
Well, the Lakers got what they wanted, a split at the very least. Now the series shifts to Hollywood. All right, let's talk about the games tomorrow. Big games. Game number 3 between the Sixers and the Celtics. That is also a split. Of course, this is all tied to the knee of Joel Embiid. Your thoughts on game number 3 tomorrow?
I'm a Sixers fan, and as a
Nararamdaman mo yung sakit. Good.
Exactly, but it was a good sign that Embiid played game 2 because I was thinking, why would you play game 2? You already got game 1. So that means maybe that Embiid is really healthy to play. And I think we have not really seen the start of this series. Because game 1 there was no Embiid, it was a Harden show. But Harden's not going to do that every game.
Correct. Not anymore.
Especially with Embiid there. They will still be Embiid-centric. The Celtics were expected to bounce back big, and they did it in Game 2 with Malcolm Brogdon having a fantastic series so far.
Right.
But I think the series really starts in Game 3 because we will see Embiid, Philly will be at home, and we will really see how this series will go through after seeing this Game 3.
Well, all good for you, Coach, kasi Sixers, they got what they wanted, splitting this,
Excuse me, yes.
getting the home court advantage. But let's go on to the other matchup for tomorrow, Coach. Suns versus Nuggets.
Ooh.
So far, 2-0. Nuggets lead. The Suns, what do you think of this Suns offense so far? It's been the book and the KD.
You should ask the question, is it over?
It's desperate times, really,
Right.
for Phoenix because they're not only down 0-2, they don't have Chris Paul. And I think Chris Paul will be out at least for the next 2 games in this series. I don't know how Phoenix can win 2 games, even at home.
Maybe 60 points from
without
KD,
Chris
Coach.
Paul.
Ba?
You would need a really
Right,
big
right.
game
For the ages
from
type.
KD, like a 40 or 50 point game from KD, and maybe 30 from Devin Booker. I don't think it's going to be a sweep,
Right.
but the chances of Phoenix are really getting slimmer and slimmer by the day.
The
Right,
margin
right.
of error is really maliit, ano? And then they already have a thin bench by NBA standards to begin with. Now, without Chris Paul, what do you think? Will they take at least 1 game in this trip?
I think they're good enough. They're talented
Of course,
enough
right.
not to get swept. But you mentioned the bench. They will need Bruce Brown has outscored the entire bench
Right,
of
right.
Phoenix in this game. I think they had 4 points in the last game, which really, I mean, if you're Coach Monty Williams here, you need some scorers coming off the bench. And they have TJ Warren there.
Terrence
Right.
Ross,
Terrence
right?
Ross is there. But they have not played in this series
But
so
the
far.
Nuggets are just so deep, Coach, right?
So they would need bench production to help out with KD and Booker.
Good luck with Philly.
Good luck, Coach. Good luck. And thank you. Thank you,
you very
Coach,
much,
for all your
Thank
thoughts,
you, guys.
Coach, on the NBA playoffs.